Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Alpha Central. I'm your host, Jack, and today we found the best moments when women get rejected. Now let's jump right in, right after you subscribe, of course. Disclaimer, this video was made for strictly comedic/artistic purposes. No offense is intended towards any individual featured in this video.
So, I'm a model.
Let me see your model walk. Let's see, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, go back that way with it. Let me see it that way. Go ahead. Appreciate you follow that, Bob. Appreciate get out of there. No, that way right there. That's the direction I want to.
That woman really said she's a model. Maybe she does mostly before pictures in before and after videos.
Oh, get down? Oh, I'll get down.
I said get down. Oh. Not get down. 2, 3, 4, come on.
I got called out.
Really? In front of the children? Ma'am, there's a time and place to be a 304, and I can assure you, this is not it.
The law said your husband had to have 2 wives. What's the one really weird thing he hoped the other wife didn't do like you do? And I mean really weird.
Nag.
Nag. He says he doesn't want his other wife to hit him.
I haven't hit you since... I don't believe you said that, Roger.
I don't believe you don't hit me right now. You always hit me.
I haven't hit you in 18 months at least.
He said you just beat the heck out of him all the time.
When I married, I was always hitting him. But I quit that. I'm going to knock you. Tanya.
Tanya, he said, Lisa.
Oh, God. Now you're going to get...
It's amazing to me that people are laughing at this. If the situations were reversed, this would be a horror show.
Oh, show me which one of you is going to be a gentleman. Show me. Show me which one of you is going to be a gentleman. Show me. Are there no gentlemen left in this? Are there no ladies left in this world?
If you want to be treated like a lady, you should consider acting like a lady. Ma'am, you're not entitled to chivalry.
That's the size of your body.
That's a nice dose of emotional damage right there.
Let's say you meet a man, right?
Right.
And he tells you, all right, baby, if you're going to be with me, you need to cut out all your male friends.
And I would.
You would.
And I would.
It was worth it. Absolutely.
You don't think that's toxic?
No.
Hey, did you hear that? Hey, did you hear that?
Men don't want to be your friend. They say
Men don't want to be your friend.
If you give them a chance to hit, they're going to hit.
Exactly. So.
Always.
So what about those girls that say, yeah, we can have male friends?
I've never met a like what?
Look at the camera.
At least these ones are honest about it. All men know this. Women know this too. If a male friend has the chance, he'll jump on it. That's when you know you've got a good friend, when they try to give you a heads up.
Have you ever got caught cheating?
This man's really giving up free game like that? I respect it. Not many men can walk out of that situation feeling like they won.
This girl got famous for detailing how she performs oral on men, and you wonder why our generation is destroyed. All you guys that complain why there's no good women left, yet you encourage this type of trashy feminist behavior. What do you think is gonna happen when millions of women see someone like her tapping into this jackpot of attention that you simps freely give them? They're gonna start acting like that. That's why they post the type of pictures they post. That's why they say the things they say and dress the way they dress, because they know simp guys give them this type of attention that they desperately crave.
It's true. It's basic economics. If you start rewarding degenerate behavior in a society, what do you think's gonna happen?
My mama never drove. She didn't have a job. My dad did everything. He worked at the plant. He had janitor service. He sprayed houses and had pressure washing business. Paid for everything. My mom never worked. And every time they get into it, she say, I'm taking these kids, we leaving. Where going? I want to walk down into the woods, single file line. And then my dad studied, he would look at where y'all go. We look at mama like, you better answer him, because we don't know either. You ain't got no work history. The women always just feel like the children want to go with them. Like the children ain't paying attention where the money come from. You get your money from him just like we do. You kind of like our big sister, be honest about it.
Women are out here saying that if a man wants to go 50-50 on rent that they're leaving, and go where? You can't even afford half rent.
Who comes first, your mom, your daughter, or your wife? Give me mom, daughter, wife. Daughter, wife? Wife's replaceable. Okay. Oh, wow, replaceable. Okay. Where's your live?
So this is like hypothetical when I'm like later in life in my 30s when I have all 3 of those.
Okay.
So I would say at that point, I'd probably pick like daughter, then wife, then mom. But I love my mom a lot. I love my mom.
Respect. What about you? How you feeling?
Daughter, If I'm on good terms with my wife, then wife, and then mom. But if not, then mom in the middle.
Daughter. Daughter's at 1, okay. Uh-oh. Ah!
Daughter, mom, wife.
Daughter, mom, wife?
Because, you know what I'm saying? You can always find another wife. You can't have another daughter. That's your life that you brought into the world. Okay. And your mom, my mom brought me into the world. So we go daughter, mom, wife. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I was raised by a single mother, so my mom's got to come first.
Mom first, okay.
Then my daughter.
Then your daughter.
Wife.
Then your wife.
Then my wife.
Okay. Why wife at the last?
Because if I have a daughter, like that's my baby. Okay. Like I gotta put my daughter first.
The women in this video's comments are beyond triggered, saying that the wife should come first. What do you guys think?
Hey, why was Domino's calling you at 2 in the morning? Why was Domino's calling you at 2 in the morning?
I can't hear you.
What? Why was Domino's calling you at 2 in the morning?
I can't hear you. I can't. Look, sit down. Look. Where's the $200 that I had on top of the dresser?
You're right. I can't.
Where's the $200?
I can't.
Get out of jail free chair? Not bad.
Yeah, 360, please. Smash up. It's okay. So smash or pass?
I mean, at first, I was going to say pass because of the glasses, because she was looking like something that came out of a Star Wars movie. I don't know. But she took off the glasses, still pass.
I suppose the force wasn't strong with this one. This man's an absolute savage.
No one is angrier at a woman with standards and boundaries than a man who can't meet them.
Naturally. And from what I've heard, some of those women's standards are based in definitely an alternate reality.
I wish you guys took all the energy you spend begging women to lower their standards for you and did anything else with it.
Anything else? Really? Well, a person should always be careful what they wish for because one just might get it. And a lot of those men that one seems to be complaining about in regards to not being able to meet those very realistic standards that many women have set forth might just decide that it's best just to avoid women altogether. And then what would a lot of individuals have to make videos about?
I am not attracted to a man that is going to send me a Venmo request for half of a dinner bill.
Noted.
And on the contrary, nothing turns me on more than when the man I'm dating takes me out on a date he planned, picks up the tab as soon as the waiter drops it on the table, and then tips 20% on top of the total. That got me like, let's get out of here immediately. Let's get out of here before I your brains out in this restaurant.
Oh, huh. How very charming. Who said class doesn't exist anymore?
It's always money, isn't it? Ma'am, due respect. With that kind of look, you barely qualify for a Happy Meal.
Does height matter in a guy? Yes. So we're gonna judge you based on your body count. That's insane. Does your dad know you have 15 bodies?
Probably.
So I don't think you have the right to judge based on height.
Oh, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
So you're not gonna take it back?
No.
Well, you have a good day.
When it comes to a woman's body count, multiply whatever number she gives you by 3 to get the real number.
I am that, and I will be that.
And be that, but you post it, you're gonna be a single by yourself, lonely, sad, crying.
Yeah, makes you think you don't need to be that way.
One fish, two fish, sad. I'm gonna get a new.
Named Dr. Seuss. Let's go. Listen, if you're in a relationship, there's certain kinds of pictures you should not be posting.
How old are you, ladies?
30. 32.
Okay. At your age, do you feel like dating has become easier or harder for you?
It's honestly stupid.
What's the difference between now and then?
It's harder to meet people who have the same interests as you. Because as a woman, the older you get, the more serious you get. Yeah. But men don't match that energy.
Do you think it's because men are becoming more successful as they age and they have their pick of the little?
No.
I think they're becoming stupider, to be honest.
Or do you think that they're just going for younger women?
I don't think it has anything to do with age.
No, I think it's that men have discovered that they don't need to try as hard to want to win a woman's heart. And it's sad because there are a lot of women out there who will settle for that, and that's fine. We won't settle for that. So if you don't bring your A game, you're just really not getting it. And by getting it, I mean like even the chance to just like take us out on a date. Yeah.
These older women really have more demands now than they did in their early 20s. Well, that's a bold move. Let's see how it plays out.
How tall does the guy have to be to date you?
6'3". 6'5".
Okay, so how tall are you?
I'm 5'5".
Okay.
5'7".
So how tall do you think I am?
5'5".
And how tall are you again?
5'5".
She has to bend her neck backwards just to look at him, but they're the same height? Make it make sense.
Nice. A part of a wifey's duties is to obey her husband.
I don't like the word obey.
Okay, how?
First of all, she said obey is a really strong word. Now, I might try my best to listen and do.
You know what else is a strong word? Protect.
You're right.
Wait, but you don't see me here saying like, I don't really protect. Like, that's a strong word. What do you mean I gotta put my life on the line?
Provider?
No. Yeah.
Provider? $10?
Nah, that's a strong word.
That's a strong word. Assisted living.
I've noticed that only women are the ones that say dumb like that. Like, this word is strong.
So strong.
It's a word. Like I never went up to a dude and be like, yo, it's your duty to protect your girl. Ain't nobody gonna say, duty's a strong word. We will laugh at him like, you. But it's like, I find it funny how, like, women could go ahead and, skirt off their responsibilities, but, like, if I tell a guy, like, hey, duty to do this, they're not going to look at me and be like, duty, that's a strong word. I'd be like, what? Like, we make fun of them. Yeah, why don't you guys shame each other for like, not adhering to your jobs?
Everything has a price. If you want your man to protect and provide for you, then obeying is the least you can do.
Why don't women inherently go with the guy that's best for them?
To keep it very simple, historically, we have been programmed to conform to being a victim. Women, we like to be the one that got done wrong. This is why we struggle with accountability. Most women chase bad boys because being with a bad boy allows you to end up being a victim at some point or another.
Why do they want to be victims?
It is programmed in us that poor me is some type of flex as a woman and as a mother, where the majority of the women right off bat I knew I was going to be a single mother. I knew. And being a single mother, being a woman or a woman left with children to raise on her own, that is something that they get to flex off of. They believe it is a flex. That's why when I say it produces the worst product, the comeback is, well, he did it to me. The bad boys will allow, you're able to say, girl, I was Tyrone, he in the streets. Yeah, he took me out. It was exciting. There's the excitement side. But then there's always, if this doesn't work out with Tyrone, I have a story where Tyrone was the one that did me wrong.
It's pretty wild to hear this coming from a woman. It's all social games. It's all about the status.
I actually do not need a man to get my oil changed. I did that all on my own. I did, however, call him to figure out where to take the car, and then I also needed him to pay for it. But I took the car all on my own and did it. So I'm basically unstoppable.
With a man's money, with a man's help, with a male mechanic, to fix a car built and designed by a man, but sure, you don't need... It's just that sad, lonely look in his eyes for me. This man wants out of that marriage immediately.
What was that?
The elevator dropped down when I stepped in it.
What even is the weight limit on the elevator? Between 500,000 and 1 million pounds? How much junk is you hiding in your trunk?
The elevator almost killed me.
Nah, you almost killed the elevator.
The elevator didn't drop, it just surrendered. Forget calling maintenance, it needs a therapist.
Museums? Hi. What? Hi? Are you standing up? This is not, we're not in a town hall about potholes. Excuse me, sir. I'm too loud for you.
It's not that, it's just a little bit. Like, am I crazy?
Okay, how does that feel? Normal? Does that feel... song that works for you. White woman standing up at my show. It's what? Okay, I want to be pleasant aesthetically to everyone here, so I will... Huh? Okay, good. It was an interesting tactic. You're back up. Okay, what's up? Another one? What else? Too much swearing? Okay, I like that you're continuing the process of rising to the occasion. I mean, I would not stand up anymore, but okay, still standing. Not sure what's happening. It's like whack-a-mole, but it's a problem. Sounds better. Okay, good. I'm glad you're happy. You single? Poor bastard.
I swear, some people have main character syndrome. Lady, this comedy show isn't about you.
All you men out there who are in a situation where you know this woman won't let you finish talking without hisses, that means you're nothing to them. Trust me. At her job, when Mr. Feinstein is talking, they be quiet, they listen to what he has to say, and on top of that, they do it. You, not so much. Why do you think that is? She can't be quiet when you're talking because she doesn't respect you. And if somebody doesn't respect you, if you try to build with them, you're gonna lose miserably.
This is just facts. A woman that will stay up late to make her boss look good, but could care less about what her man needs, is just not wife material.
Girls, individually you sound horrendous. Together you sound even worse. You taking singing lessons?
Very few.
Who's your teacher?
There was this lady up in Montana.
Do you have a lawyer?
No, I don't have a lawyer.
Right. Get a lawyer and sue her.
The man just woke up and chose violence. I love it. These were the good old days before cancel culture set in.
When a woman is not raised with her father, the errors in her feminine thinking have no balance. Hence, she has confirmation bias. She thinks of something, runs the idea by her mom, or she has a disagreement with her little boyfriend in high school, and her mother says, yeah, you're right. Of course you're right. Because the little girl is thinking with a feminine mind, the mother too is thinking with a feminine mind, and they validate one another, thus driving deeper into feminine delusion. The male mind is not perfect. The female mind is not perfect. The male mind tends to be pretty good at logic and self-reflection. But together they balance each other really well, but in the absence of the male mind, the female mind goes completely insane.
This is what we call fatherless behavior, and there's an epidemic of it in the West.
Why do you not talk to your girlfriends about your marriage?
Would a queen talk to a chambermaid about the king? How would the chambermaid understand what it is that the queen is going through? Or has to understand? Why am I going to go get advice from somebody who has a failed marriage, who doesn't understand what it's like to be with a man like that? Number two, if I go and tell my friend how horrible Grant was about something, which there's two sides of the story, and then I'm going to go make up with Grant. But now I've told them that Grant is domineering. Grant is controlling. He only thinks about himself. They're stuck with that. So now I've made up with my husband. I go hang out with my best friend, Susie Q. She's like, so how's Grant? Oh, is he doing the domineering thing again? Boom. I'm lit back up. Didn't even have a fight with him, but I'm lit back up. Either I'm trying to now talk to her and convince her that my husband isn't the piece of garbage that I made him out to be earlier. I'm trying to convince her of that, or I'm reignited about the upset and how he does not treat me with respect, and he does treat me like a son, and I'm always doing this for him and he doesn't do that. And then boom, now I'm home with my husband, and guess what? He does one little thing where he's like, I'm going here to do this, And I'm like, oh, really? Oh, so it's my job to take care of the kids? Oh, you just get to do whatever you want because you just think about only yourself. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I've just now picked a fight that wasn't even there because I'm all re-stimulated from this conversation that I had with this girl.
All true. I wouldn't take financial advice from a homeless man. Why would you ever take marriage advice from a friend that's forever single?
From the back. How?
Flat on her stomach.
You gonna need help. You gotta have something to pull this side and something to pull that side. So you don't have to lay on your back and spread them.
From the back? Ma'am, no disrespect, but your future partner might need a forklift license.
As a single mom, you don't know what I had gone through. And sometimes we don't even choose to be a single mom. It's like,
well, let's pick one point by point. You do choose to be a single mom.
How?
A man can't have with you unless you grant access to. And not only that, how many times has a man broken up with you?
No. None.
None.
Zero.
So no men broke up with you.
Right.
How many men have you broken up with?
A little bit, a lot, what?
How many men have you broken up with?
It has been a mutual
listen. How many men have you broken up with?
It didn't work out.
No, that's not the question. How many men have you broken up with?
4.
You proving my point right there.
No, I didn't.
So you choose the men to have with, and then you break up with them. This is why you're a single mom, because you are the problem, and you broke up with these.
If you choose the man, you choose whether to work on the relationship or not, you choose to use birth control or not, then it's very simple to me. If you have all of the choice, then you have all of the accountability.
Move your truck. Move your truck. You think it's funny? It's funny? Yeah. Is that funny?
Initially, I thought this was a skit, but at this point, I really don't know. Some people in the comments said this was real, and she actually went to court after this incident was filmed and shared with the police. Anyways, if she was really mad about his parking, she needs to reconsider, because the way she parked was a whole lot worse, even over the double yellow lines. This is donut behavior, and I hope she did go to court over this. You guys have made it to the end of the video. Make sure to like and subscribe to prove you're an alpha. And remember, according to YouTube, the best way to help the channel in the algorithm is to watch another one of my videos right after this video. So if you like this video, you should watch another one. Till next time.